not
No more,
clear
no
up.
less. No, no less, no more.
And you should sterilize your. Leave this.
First, you sterilize the jars in the can.
Well, the canner is already clean. Anyway, you have to set your tops, your lids, two-piece lids. You have to sterilize them. Then you leave them in the hot water until you take them out one at a time as you need them. It's a job.
I'm hip, I make beer. I know it's like sanitizing that stuff. Except you have to be sterilized, not sanitized.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And if it isn't right, then it's not. It spoils.
Bacteria.
Okay, so let's start. All right. You boil the tomatoes, and you take them out, and you mash them out, and you mash all the skins out. You collect all that juice. Put it back in a pot, and you boil it. So then, how do you sterilize your jar?
You boil them.
You boil them in your canner?
You put yours in the oven?
No. What I do is I get my water real hot. I put them in a big pan, and then I boil them, and then I stick them in the oven with some about this much water in them. Then I take them out as I need them. But the oven is still on.
Keep them hot in there.
I keep them hot in there.
Yeah, well, I know that because sometimes they say that I'll put your beer bottles in the dishwasher and let the dishwasher go to 200 degrees for sanitize. But I don't have to be sterilized with beers to be sanitized. And then you take it and you scoop some of that out. You fill up the jar to the right spot with a teaspoon of salt in the jar. And then you stick it in the can.
Yeah, when you get it sealed.
You stick it in the can.
And you have to watch that pressure because if Ellen Burdett had a pressure cooker to explode. It went pure up to her ceiling and as soon as she had to be killed. You have to watch that gauge.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't have a blow off on it, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It
Oh, does it
has
rock?
one, but that don't matter.
Does it have
It's
a
still,
rocker?
it's still,
It's
yeah, it
got
has a
a-
rocker, yeah. But it
But
still
you can
can
adjust the rock
explode.
on it or something?
Well, it's got a pop off.
You can't.
A rubber plug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll blow.
Yeah, because these new ones are a lot more safe
But,
than the old
but
ones.
brand
it
new
can
one.
still explode.
I'm sure it can.
Well, see, you bring it up 10 pounds, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't at 10 pounds.
What, how many minutes?
Doesn't that sterilize everything?
It should.
Well, now I sterilize everything.
Well, I don't blame you for sterilizing all the way down the road, but it should, shouldn't it?
I think that under that heat and that pressure, it should.
Oh yeah, it's you have to wipe your jar. Make sure there's nothing on those jars, on those lids, and then on top of the jar. The jar that you have to have.
I'm hip. It's best to use new jars and new lids every time.
Not
Like-
new jars necessarily. No, I don't use
Just
new
run your
jars.
finger around the top, make sure there's no.
But I
chip
use the new
places.
tops every time. New tops.
Oh yeah, the top there.
And you
Rings you
sterilize
don't have to have ever.
the lid part and then the ring.
So you put the top on there and screw the ring down on it as tight as you can, and then throw it in the canner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that hot tomato juice. With the hot tomato juice. So you take that, you let that tomato juice boil, and then you take it out as you need it to fill up a jar.
Right.
It's boiling when you put it.
And I wouldn't advise you to do it while kids is in the house. I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, I don't blame you. I know. And that's it.
Well, how long you bring it up to 10 pounds of tomato juice, then you just cut.
You leave it sit there, but you have to watch that gauge. It don't go down or it don't go up.
Yeah, but after 10 pounds, you just cut the heat off.
You cut the heat off and
Right,
let it
immediately.
go down by itself. Let the pressure go down by
Sometimes
itself.
you have to keep it all off 10 pounds.
You want me to show you my pressure cooker?
No.
And
I'll
my
see it.
juicer?
I'll look at it. Well, I'll see.
That's a nice pressure cooker. It's a
Presto.
yeah.
I've seen it. You sent me a couple nice pressure cookers.
We found one over Leslie's. It's a pressure cooker. I don't think it's ever been used already, but it's an old model.
Oh, it's an old one.
I wouldn't be scared to use it. I'd be scared to use those old ones without the pop-offs on it.
It's got a.
Because I pressure cook around the house.
Huh?
I pressure cook with the kids in the house. I mean,
You've got the.
I always just make sure that little rubber plug is pointed towards the wall.
Well, I know, but
You-
then if that
just gotta
pressure
be
would go
careful, that's all.
Up to 20 probably, it could explode.
Yeah, but just
The rubber's coming out